Hi everybody, welcome back. Today is Q&A time. This is one of my most favorite videos to film because, you know, it's like a sit down, really long chit chat kind of video, and I post it as usual on my Instagram, in my stories, as well as on my post, asking you guys if you have any questions. And oh my gosh, I have so many questions, so thank you to everybody for putting down your questions. If you're wondering why I'm so made up, I am actually going for a wedding dinner tonight with the lashes and a full on, let's see if I can show you. It's a cat suit. Let me stand up. It's like a full cat suit. Actually, it's a really boring piece, but what's nice is the back of this full cat suit. But it is freaking hot today, so I think I'm gonna sweat. But anyway, let's get to the questions. Okay, I've got 4 questions from Monique31. What is the one thing you would change about yourself, the world, or your loved ones? Okay, let's start with your loved ones. If there's one thing I could change is not so much of their character, but I wish they would be closer. So both of my brothers live overseas, and that's one thing I wish I could have changed, or they would have changed, that they would live closer to me because I miss them. As for the world, I wish people are just a bit nicer and a bit more pleasant, and you know, people have forgotten what manners are with social media, I guess, and just, you know, maybe the fast pace of life. I feel like we have forgotten just the basic moral things that we used to learn. And yeah, that's the one thing I would change, you know, not about, you know, pollution and all that. I think just generally be nice, and pleasantries are kind of like forgotten. But yeah, that's another thing. As for myself, the one thing I wish I could change is actually my temper and my impatience. I am quite an impatient person. I like things to be done a certain way, and if it's not, I get really angry and agitated. I think this is a bad habit that I have since I was young, and obviously over the years it's gotten better with, you know, learning to be with other people and learning to be you just have to, in the work life, you just have to build on that patience. But it's still not perfect, and I feel like I'm still working on it, because yeah, you know, sometimes little things happen that's out of my control, or somebody says something to me, I get really angry and frustrated. So yeah, it's one thing that I try to work on, but sometimes, you know, you forget about it and you just, yeah, so that's one thing. Like your career? Yes, I do. Why are you training so hard to get the handstand to perfection? No, it's no thing. I'm just, yeah, just for fun. Actually, there's no reason for it. I feel like it's another thing that I want to try. I don't think I'll ever get there. My husband is all about his handstands. He can just, like, you know, walk on his hands right now, and I'm still trying to get my bum up. So it's no reason, just for fun. What is your wish list for a luxe bag if budget isn't a concern? Wow, I guess I would really like to own an exotic Birkin. Other than that, I don't feel like I need any diamonds on it, you know, but if budget is no concern, why not? Slap on the diamonds. JJ278, I've got 2 questions. Do you miss your long hair? Yes and no. Yes, I do, because, you know, having short hair is quite high maintenance. You know, I've got to get my hair cut every maximum maybe 6 weeks. You know, I need to wash my hair every day because I put quite a lot of, you know, sorry, not hair mask, what's this, like gel or wax to keep it in shape. And yeah, I do miss having long hair because I had really long, thick hair when I was younger. Now it's not so thick. And I could curl it, I could tie it up, and it was really pretty. No, because, you know, this short hair does give me a different vibe, and it is easy. You know, I could just wash my hair, blow dry it, or not even blow dry it, and it'll just, yeah, it's really quick and fast, and that's kind of fun as well. But yeah, so I am 50-50. I am thinking about growing it back, you know, but it is gonna be a long process. What brought your IG cleanse? What motivated you to do so? Oh my goodness. So yeah, I posted this message on IG. I think I maybe had like 1 or 2 glasses of wine before that. Mainly because I felt like my feed was getting really cluttered, and the things that I kept seeing a lot were posts from resellers, like, or people who, you know, use Instagram to encourage you to buy things. So I'm not gonna name any names, but you know, I understand that it's a great platform for you to showcase your business, showcase, you know, things that, you know, people might not know, and then you get interested in. But I'm at that place where I don't want to buy anything. So when I see people that I used to follow just keep promoting things and say, you know, buy, you know, this is what I'm wearing, you know, check it out from this website, or do it from this, buy it from here. And every of their posts was just that. I felt like I was just being kind of overwhelmed with that. And on top of that, I had all these other resellers on my website. And then on top of that, I had this few people who, you know, I know they meant well and all, but I am in a bit of a, I don't know, like a place whereby I'm not really sure about religion and all of that. So it's not that I have anything against any religion. I am really flat on that. But yeah, I felt like it was being put in front of my face, and I kept reading it, and I know it means well. I mean, anybody who posts this times means well. They have positivity and all that, but I'm not in the right headspace to read about it. So I decided, you know what? Before I become nasty, I'm just gonna unfollow all of these things and all of these people until I'm ready again, because yeah, that's the main reason. The motivation is really internal. I just felt like, oh, I've had it, and I don't want to be rude, and I don't want to be, you know, not right now. So goodbye. May_X, with the constant churn of new items from luxury houses, do you feel saturated with choices? Oh my goodness, yes. I am about to do my updated stop shopping journey, and obviously, you know, spoiler alert, I'm gonna admit that I didn't do really well in this whole year, but I have learned a few things. And one of the things that I really felt this year is extremely overwhelmed with stuff. So I'll talk about that more in that video. But yeah, I do feel saturated. Not even saturated, I'm spilling, I'm just spilling all over through my ears and everything with choice. Oh, up to a point whereby I'm just like, oh my gosh, just don't come near me anymore. It's becoming a bit much. So yeah, I do. I really, really do. My own little joys, Hello Kitty or Doraemon. No. You can't make me choose. I love them both. But if you really force me to choose, I'm gonna say Hello Kitty, because I remember Hello Kitty being my first present. Like, I had a little small coloring box with Hello Kitty pencils and a Hello Kitty, like a little house doll. And it is, yeah, because of that memory, I feel like Hello Kitty is my first love. But I do love Doraemon a lot. Doraemon was my first, like, kind of cartoon, dubbed in Malay. And yeah, Doraemon has so much more character in terms of his face, the funny things that he do. It just really speaks to me. So I love them equally, but if I had to go like which one do I love first, then obviously say it's Hello Kitty. Scarlet Collections, what's your pet peeve? Oh gosh, I have so many. Let's talk about one that I can see right in front of me right now. I hate it when people, including my husband, when they finish their food or drinks and they leave it at the table right there. I can see it. Like, they don't bring it back to the kitchen, and if they do bring it back to the kitchen, they don't wash it. They leave it in the sink. Oh my gosh, I freaking hate it. We used to fight about it, but now I'm like, oh, okay, because he'll do it in the end, right? But it really bugs me. So that's one pet peeve. I can go on, okay? I've got a lot of these, like, things on the floor, you don't pick it up, and then, you know, in cars and all that. I got so many. But yeah, that's one that I can see right now. Louis Vuitton coffee lover, how are you? Thank you for asking. I am very well. I had my ups and downs past few weeks, but as of right now, as I film, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really happy, and yeah, I feel really good. How are you, babe? Elsa Barrera, will you continue your strategic purchases next year? No impulse buying, I failed. You know what? Spoiler alert number 2, I am actually going to continue my strategic purchases next year with a little bit of modification. So I'll tell you guys more about that when I film. I think I'll film it tomorrow because I'm rushing out for dinner tonight. So yeah, I will film it tomorrow, and then I'll try my best to get it out within the week. But yes, I am going to continue, and it's okay if you fail. It's about consistency. I just grabbed my FLP bag from Pam Q. Are you gonna do a wear and tear review of the Foray Lepage tote? Sorry, I very chongy. I am going to do it, but you know, just because you're asking now, I'm just quickly gonna tell you guys. I actually really love this bag. This is the 3rd week in a row. That's a lot. Okay, third week in a row since I came back from the States as well, ooh, that I've been using this bag. I think I'm turning into a tote girl. Like, I'm dumping everything inside this bag, and it's been awesome. Like, oh my gosh, yeah, now I know why you people love totes. I have been just using this bag and just putting all my stuff inside. It's been great for work. The two things I'm just gonna quickly tell you, wear and tear. All right, so this is one thing that somebody pointed out to me. You see? This part, it kind of hooks out. So that's something to take note. If you don't like this is because the strap can be removed and it juts out like that. So you might not like it, it doesn't really bother me. And there is some corner wear here, and that's because I'm not the most careful. I am really using this bag like as if it's my cloth Hello Kitty bag. I'm like dumping it like this, you know, dragging it on the floor. I am kind of abusing this bag, but I am using it. You know, it's supposed to be used. I'm not babying it. And for a bag that I hold like this, like, you know, sometimes I'm just dragging the bag at the sides like this. Yeah, it's nasty, okay? Yeah, it's held up pretty good. Rachel Eileen, how young are you? I am 18. 37. Tristy bags. Food you can't live without, and maximum amount you would spend on a designer bag. My long-term subbies, come on, say it with me. What's the food that I can't live without? Curry. I love everything. Curry meat, curry vegetables, curry. I'm more of the Chinese kind of curry, not so much of the Indian kind of curry, but it's like curry. Oh, I can't live without it, no. Maximum amount you would spend on a designer bag. I guess that would be my Birkin. That was a lot of money. It was like over $10,000. Wellesley 1, how are you feeling lately? I am feeling, well, right now I'm feeling really good, really happy, and very content. How are you feeling lately? Sherilyn, will you film a workout video one day? That would be fun, right? I'm definitely not a workout guru. Maybe one day, but you know, I don't know. Lame FKLOL. Top 3 non-trendy bags to purchase excluding Chanel and Hermes. Haha, too expensive. This is actually one non-trendy bag that I do recommend. This is from the brand Forêt Lepage. And you know, a lot of people who have seen me with this bag, they were like, oh, is that from Goyard? I'm like, no, it's not. And they've never heard of this brand, and I do think because of that, it's non-trendy. Second bag, which I think is actually really nice, and I don't see a lot of people carry it, is the Givenchy GV3 bag. And I also found out about the bag through a Q&A. Somebody asked me about it, and I went to the store, I checked it out. I thought it was really nice, and it's not a popular or trendy bag, but it is super pretty and super classy. My third pick is not so much of a specific bag, but it's the brand, and I feel like bags from Mulberry don't get a lot of credit or get a lot of, you know, attention. I feel like they were trendy at one point, but nowadays people have moved on. But they do make really good looking bags, very high quality. I do find that the material that they use is nice. So yeah, I don't see a lot of people carry Mulberry bag. Sanyu, you've got 2 questions. Do you prefer the Ordinary, Paula's Choice, or Drunk Elephant? Tried Urban Decay Naked Palette. So Ordinary, Paula's Choice, or Drunk Elephant. I actually prefer, among all the 3, Paula's Choice. I feel like she has a good range of products to suit a variety of skin concerns, and all the things that I've tried from her brand I actually really liked. I had 2 Urban Decay Naked palettes, number 2 and the one that had the rose gold tones in them. I do like them, but I feel like they are, I don't know, they're so boring right now, but when I had them, I really loved them. Your next question is, how are things lately? Life, career, family, and any of my goals achieved yet? Wow, I would say my goals, not really. I feel like I'll need another couple of years to fulfill like my big goals. And I guess with life, career, and family, it's, you know, chugging along, and I think I feel really happy at the moment because we just came back from a family holiday, and though I miss them, like I miss everybody together, but I think, you know, it was really nice to be with everybody. So that kind of helped me, because I was like feeling really down before that, but seeing everybody playing with the kids and, you know, seeing my big brothers, it was really nice. And yeah, I can't wait to have another family get together. Tuva, how have you dealt with your grief thus far? I'm very inspired by your strength. Thank you. I don't feel like I'm very strong because there are days, not so much lately, but there are days that I do break down and I just feel really sad that I don't have this best friend of mine to share certain things with. So I still feel that, and it's still, when I feel it, it's really strong, it's pretty crippling. But you know, being busy, being with family, and yeah, just getting on with work, and having my just holiday has really helped, getting away. Yeah, especially when I got away and I was with my family, so that really helped to keep my mind off being sad, being lonely, and my husband is around, so things like that definitely help to keep my support system strong. So in terms of dealing with the grief, I guess it's really day by day, and everybody was telling me, day by day. Of course, it's easier to say, but now that I've gone through it, it is really, really day by day. There are days that I am super sad, not even days, like moments, when I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh, if only I could tell Shreem this. Or I'm reading something, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna send this to, oh, I can't send this to her. And those moments really, like, I could feel my heart just go like, it's tough, but it gets better. And so far, it's I do miss her a lot. And I have a little diary that I jot down things to, just like, I don't know, things that I want to say to her that it's like floating in my mind, but rather than just let it float away, I will jot it down in my diary. So it's like a diary of thoughts. And I feel like every time I jot down in that diary, I feel like I'm talking to her. So it has been super helpful. I hope I get your name right, babe. Lupi Castillo Pola. Are you still on a low buy wagon? I am, okay? Even though this wagon has broken bricks and wheels and it's breaking apart so badly, I am still on this low buy bandwagon. From Gina, do you have a will buy bag for 2020? Just like how I did last year? If yes, please share. Okay, so last year I did a video with Amy, 5 things that we will buy this year. And in that 5 things, I actually purchased my Urban Spirit backpack. So that was definitely something that I really will buy if it came back in stock. So I got that. Next year, I actually have a wishlist video coming up, but spoiler alert, if you want to watch like the whole wishlist video, it's coming up. There are things that I really want to buy next year, but one of them, spoiler alert, one of them is actually the LV Valise bag. I have been seeing this bag so much online and on people, and I am head over heels about that bag. It's not, it's not a typical kind of bag, but I like it. I don't know, there's something about it. Actually, tell me, if you were to have a child, what gender would you like and why? What would be the qualities of your child and your hobbies that you would want your child to have? The appropriate answer would be, if I'm blessed with a child, whether it's a boy or a girl, I would love them equally. But truthfully, I would prefer to have a girl because I have a lot of handbags and jewelry and stuff to pass down. So, oh my gosh, please give me a girl. In terms of quality, I hope my child inherits my husband's good heart. Like, he always cares for people and he doesn't see the negative side of a person. If somebody were to say something to him, he always, they're so straight. I think maybe it's a typical guy kind of thing. Like, they're so one direction. They'll say, you say this and he'll just do this, and he doesn't think bad about people who say certain things. They don't, they don't twist and turn the situation. Compared to me, because I'm very cynical, when somebody says something, I'm always trying to figure out, do they have another meaning behind it? And that makes me very watchful, that keeps me on my toes, which is also probably a good quality in certain circumstances, but it can be quite debilitating. But my husband, yeah, he's got a good heart, he's always out there to help somebody. So I would definitely hope that for my child. For me, I hope that my kid grows up to be very street smart, independent. Like, ever since I was young, I would do things on my own. Like, I would go out on my own, I'll just cycle myself, I will disappear for like the whole day, and my mom would just say, yeah, go and do whatever and just be safe. and she could trust me because I know how to take care of myself. I won't be, just doing stupid things, even though I did a lot of stupid things. But, from there, I learned a lot of street smart qualities. I'll know how to take care of myself, be watchful of things, and yeah, I think that because of that, I'm quite independent. I don't really rely on people unless I need to, but otherwise, I want to do things myself. I'll pay my own bills, I'll do that. So that's the quality that I hope my kid inherits. Pixide Leah, what's the best time to visit Singapore? Oh my gosh, it depends. What do you want to do in Singapore? Like if you want to shop, come during the Singapore Great Sale. So that's, I think, in the middle of the year. And if you want to see like a lot of festivities, then end of the year would be a good time. But if you're thinking about weather, it's hot all year round. So it really depends. What do you want to do when you're here? CC Love LV, any plan for kiddos? There's no plan. If there is, there is. Like Kerosene, what do you do with sentimental semi-luxury gifts that you don't plan on using anymore? I have a Thomas Sabo charm with over 20 charms. I'm not sure whether to sell it for the 2020 dream bag or keep, but I haven't worn it for 10 years and don't plan to do so anytime. This is a really good question because I have things like that as well. People have given me gifts that at this moment I don't use anymore, or I have not used for a long time, and I do wonder what I will do with it in the future. It's really hard for me to let go of things that people have given to me, whether or not it's luxury, semi-luxury, or even it's not luxury at all. I would keep it as long as I can until one day I'm ready to let it go. And that one day could be like 10 years down the line or 20 years down the line. When I'm ready to let it go, I will let it go. But there are things in my cupboard that I feel have recycled in my usage of them. So, for example, my little pendants from my mom, which I haven't used for a long time. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, it brought back so much memories that I'm using it again. So those obviously were gold items, but I have like some bracelets from my husband, which, same like you, Thomas Sabo, I have not used for a long time. But just the other day I took it out and I wore it. Even though it was just for that moment of, just a memory, I felt happy. So for me personally, until I'm really, really ready to let those things go, like the memories are, just embedded in my heart that I don't need something to remind me of them, then sure, I'll let it go. But if it's just because I want to recycle the funds for a bag that I don't know if I would keep in the future, but this actually holds memories, I feel like that's not worth it. So that's my personal stand about things that were given to me, whether they're luxury, semi-luxury, or not even luxury items. Only when I'm ready, I'll let it go. But I won't let it go because I want to take that money to buy something that wasn't given to me. Jen LYJ, hi Kat, what are your thoughts on the Chanel Business Affinity bag? Have you tried either the small or medium? I've not seen the small or the big in real life at the store, but I have seen pictures of people wearing it, and I don't actually quite like the bag. I feel like for a mini bag, because it kind of emulates the mini square, except it's got a little bit more compartments, it's a little bit bigger. I feel like it is a little bit bigger. It looks a little boxy, it looks a little big, and that's my personal opinion. I feel like it just looks a little chunky when worn along the body. Netyakovai, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Any plans to visit Europe next year? If you have such plans, would you consider a meet and greet with your European followers? Oh my gosh, I would love to do a meet and greet, but my biggest fear is nobody comes, okay? And that's so embarrassing, and that's so, I don't know, maybe I'll lose my confidence. But yeah, I would love to meet you guys. Maybe not like a meet and greet, but we could always have just like a small coffee at a small little cafe. Like meet and greet is like meet and greet. But yeah, I would love it. We are going Turkey next year, but it's in a tour, so don't really have a lot of time. But if we do find our way to London, maybe I could do like a cafe meet and greet at London. Let me know if you guys would like that, and yeah, we could definitely do it. Yeah, I think so. Please come. Daniel, what's your favorite luxury food and what's your favorite budget food? So budget food, you guys know, curry mee, curry mee, curry mee, curry mee. Even prawn mee, I quite like prawn mee. These are like the hawker stall foods. Talking about it's just making my saliva come out. As for favorite luxury food, oh, I kind of like high tea. I know some people say high tea is overrated, but if you go to like some really good high teas, they are really good and it's really fun, you know, like with this tower in front of you and you're like picking all this stuff. The best high tea I had was in London. What's that place called? Sketch. Super pricey, but oh my gosh, the scones, so good, so good. Florence Wong Official, if you had to start your channel from scratch, is there anything you do differently? If I wanted my channel to be super niche and just grow it in this one, you know, straight line topic, I would remove all the videos that I talk about, you know, my monthly favorites. I'll remove all the videos that talk about my makeup, my skincare, all the vlogs and everything, and just keep it strictly luxury related. I think that would be very relatable to just type of people and a type of audience, and they'll know what to expect when I upload, and that's a good way to grow the channel. So just keep it strictly on one topic. And I thought about it sometime last year, but then I decided against it because to me this is a channel that is my hobby. It is the things that I love, I want to share, and I have built almost a very, you know, close-knit community with you guys, and I feel like, you know, you're not here just to see me talk about handbags, even though I know most of us are. But I feel like you guys are also interested, you know about my silly things and my work, you know, and I feel like I made some really great friends on this channel. So yeah, definitely it's more a mishmash of everything. Pink Melissa, hi Kat, do you think Hermes bracelets are worth the money? It really depends on which bracelet you're talking about, because they have so many types of bracelet. They have the click clack, click H, they have the one with the leather, they have the CDC bracelets, and if you just generalize all bracelets, I guess they do hold a certain value if you want to resell them. Whether they're worth your money, it really depends on whether you use it. Like if you buy it and you keep it just for that, then obviously it's not worth the money because you're supposed to wear it. So I guess your question is related to if you could resell it, and so far the bracelets that I have, I am able to resell them. Fiza Nor, do you feel like buying a whole new wardrobe to match your new cool hairstyle? Yes and no. I do feel like this has made me look cool, but yeah, I'm still the boring old wardrobe person, so yeah, I have not bought anything new. Net Guam, do you plan to come over or come by Chicago? Would love to meet you. Oh my gosh, I would love to meet you guys as well. Not at the moment, but we do travel to the States every couple of years, so we just came from there, and maybe not next year, maybe the following year I might come again and we could, you know, travel around America, maybe take like a road trip across, I don't know, maybe, we'll see. But yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know. Ying Pui Mei, let's say you have plans to sell your entire luxury bag and could only keep one bag. Which bag would you keep? Oh my gosh, this is a tough question. I'm gonna select my Hermes Birkin, and not because it's the most like uppity bag, but it's the bag that I really felt shocked that I could finally own this bag, because as long as I can remember buying luxury and buying handbags, it's actually probably maybe besides my Speedy. But even Speedy, I didn't know about Speedy until I walked into the LV store. But I knew about the Birkin for, oh my gosh, the longest time. And it was the bag that I could never in my lifetime then imagine owning. So it's the bag that really, I have so much like shock factor that I have one. It's an achievement bag for me, and it's also a bag that I know to get it I had to make a lot of sacrifice. So yeah, I think that would be the bag that I would keep. Nguyen Kiman 79. Hi Kat, now that you have a good handbag collection, do you still have a dream handbag? If so, what is it? I do, and that's the Hermes Constance. Badaria Balian. Hi Kat, I hope you are doing well. Do you feel self-conscious when you have or purchase designer items? Colleagues, friends, relatives may be wondering where you have the funds, or maybe your hubby bought it for you. And sometimes I feel like people judge us being shallow and materialistic. what's my take on this? Personally, I do feel self-conscious, and I am actually very mindful of what luxury items I wear or carry, whether it's handbags or jewelry, when I go out with my colleagues and my family. With my friends, because I don't actually have a very big network of friends. In fact, yeah, I don't. I just have one or two, which are really close to me. Yeah, but with colleagues and relatives, I'm mindful of what I bring out, because, you know, I don't want them to think that I'm showing off. Whether or not they think I am, I don't want them to think I am. You know what I mean? But I feel like even if they were to judge me, that, you know, they can say that I'm materialistic, which probably I am, but I'm materialistic, I'm very shallow. It's them to judge me, and, you know, I didn't put those thoughts into their head. And if they're judging me because I carry a designer bag, then that's their problem, because it doesn't make me a bad person when I carry, you know, my Chanel or my Hermes, and it doesn't make me, you know, less good of a person if I carry, you know, my Birkin. If they want to judge a person by its cover, then I'm really sorry for them, because, you know, they didn't take the time to know me. Because the people that actually know me, like my family and all, they know I like to spend my money on stuff. But I'm also a person that would, you know, walk down into the market, dig my fingers and everything. You know, I will squat in the toilet at KL's hawker store with my slippers, with dirty water everywhere. I am that kind of person. I know my balance. So I don't think I should be judged if I were to be liking or carrying or buying expensive things, because that is my vice, and they could have their vice. And if they want to judge you, let that be, because that's them, that's not you. It's something that I guess people feel like they have the right to say or think bad things about people who are a little bit maybe more spendthrift than them. Okay, so let's take an example. Like, what gives a person the right, if they were always wearing clothes, you know, from, like, I don't know, some brandless shop, and they'll say, oh, she's like this because she's wearing Chanel. But on the other end, you will never hear the person who's wearing Chanel or something say that, oh, she's like that because she's wearing a brandless thing. It's always this direction, like people who feel like, people who say or make judgment on someone else who has something else better than them. It's always one direction. You, as a person who maybe had the better bag or the more branded bag or the more branded items, you are always in the wrong position if you said it the other way around. So it's almost like double standard, right? I think for us who love luxury, I think we're in a very niche community, and it is really difficult because there are people who cannot imagine spending this kind of money on frivolous things. And I think we all in this luxury community know it, and it's just what we love, and it's nothing wrong. And if the outsiders want to judge you for that, then, you know, let it be. Let it be, because they don't know you for who you are. What's inside here and what's inside here is more important. And if they don't take the time to know that and just judge you from what you wear and what you carry, then that's their loss. Pavitra Kodor, can you please recommend a good bag organizer? I've only used two brands. I've used Zumani for my Urban Spirit backpack, which I love, and I've used Samoga. These are the two brands that I actually do recommend. Samoga because they have a very wide range. Zumani is something that just started maybe about a year ago, I think. They're pretty new, but I do feel like their quality is good. But Samoga, yeah, you can find a lot of discount codes with other YouTubers with Samoga. Wak, can you talk about your tattoo? What inspires you? Does your family mind at first? Have you been in a situation where you wish you do not have a tattoo? Future tattoo plans? I think I need to do a whole video of all my tattoos because I have quite a few of them. In fact, I just got one today, so that's gonna come up. That's my future plan. I already got it this morning. My family, yeah, my mom was a bit like, what do you do? But now she's like, oh, another one? They don't really like it, but they don't really care, you know, it's kind of like, whatever, she's grown up, she'll know what to do. So, and in terms of tattoo that I wish I did not have, maybe this one here. I'm like, you know, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it, and maybe because I work in the corporate line, so some people do stare at it and it's kind of annoying. But as I grow older, I don't really care. So I was fluttering between this for a bit, but now that I have it, I feel like I need to expand it a little bit, but maybe later. Miss G, have you done the 10K luxury bags for your entire life? If not, can you tell us what are your choices and why? And are you planning to get your hair to grow again? My hair, not at the moment, and yes, I have done the video. It's up, I'll link it up here and in the description box below. I have done the video, so check it out. Kimyon92, hi Kat, can you say in just a few words about your love bracelet, opinion, wear and tear, and would you still consider the Justin Clue as future purchases? Thanks. Just in a few words. It scratches really easily. I love it when I wear it, and I've been wearing it every day. Going through immigration, certain immigrations are quite problematic because it beeps. And yeah, if you go to the gym, you need to wear a wristband if you do boxing or anything that moves your arm, because this thing moves up and down, and I have gotten some bruises from boxing, not from the boxing, but from the bracelet. Final question from Clara Zila. Do you have any apps that you use for time management or productivity to recommend? You have such a packed schedule. No, I use paper diary and it works. I have no apps. I occasionally note down in my, you know, the calendar that is here, right here in the app. But other than that, it's all paper, which is, you know, sometimes it doesn't work, but it's good enough. The sun is setting and we are running late for the wedding dinner, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's Q&A. There were a lot of questions and I enjoyed every single one of them. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I will definitely keep doing this Q&A videos if you enjoyed it as well. And yeah, till my next one, tomorrow actually, when I film my other videos, I will see you then. You guys take care. Bye!